Good morning, dear friends. Well, it was turned colder, it's bright and sunny out and my toe is actually feeling better. So I'm able to walk about a bit more now and actually get up and get dressed. So I had to stay in bed for a few days because it's so cold. My toe was getting really cold and it's got like twice as painful as what it normally was. So after my operation on it. I just wanted to talk about a few things in this vlog. I've done a couple of videos with some nice backgrounds about healing and being positive in oneself and not thinking about the negative things too much, because when you do positivity you bring it back to yourself, see, and optimism is a great tool, and determination to overcome obstacles in your life, again, another great tool. So we're given the tools, whether we find them and use them or not, that's another matter altogether. So you know, to clear your mind of negative thinking and try to be optimistic and positive and determined to overcome whatever lays before you in your life, and be positive, you know, and be positive even to negative people, which is really hard to do, but you know, it's a transition of mind and a change of attitude to be a positive person. And you know, I was quite positive back in 1995 and I'd just been taken down some big black hole by a spirit attack, and but overcoming it and getting back to myself slowly, and I've got quite a way to go yet because I was told I'd have a few rivers to ford and a few mountains to climb, and that was the truth. It really truly was, and I never thought how difficult it would be, but you know, getting better is great. But I still go out for a walk. I can't at the moment because of my foot, but I was going out for a walk every day, and I am like not here on this planet still, quite. Like part of me's here and the other part's stuck inside my mind because of derangements caused through suffering, and you know, I haven't overcome all those yet. When I do, I hope to be back on this world again, because I used to in the beginning just look out of my window. It's like looking from an alien world onto an alien world. It was just like I didn't belong to it at all. That was how bad my mentalities were, and I didn't feel part of it. And I was looking at other people walking past, normal people, and I thought, I wish I could be like that, you know, and one day I will, I hope, because I always believe light shall overcome darkness. They say dark supremacy of ill, but light can cast out darkness, but it takes a lot of courage and a lot of fortitude to rid yourself of the darkness that resides in you and around you, sometimes to escape from it, other than doing silly things like you know, taking drugs or becoming an alcoholic, or you know, because you're just going down the tube if you start doing things like that. And you know, I avoided those things myself. Could have easily been an alcoholic, the suffering I was going through, and it just you know, being unconscious half the day is maybe what, you know, people with problems want to be, but it's you know, it's a hard habit to break, and it's detrimental to yourself. It's not good, and drugs are the same thing. They're all about escapism because you're not dealing with reality very well. So they're not good, any of them. You can find great spiritual things, you know, if you sit and meditate and learn to respect your temple, and the body is the mind's temple, and to love it and to respect it and to look after it and to try to keep it fit and healthy. And I didn't eat properly, I didn't do nothing properly, I didn't take no exercise, I didn't bathe even that often when I was really down, and you know, I didn't look after myself, and I really have started eating well, and I've gone just on to eating white meat, fish, and I eat and white meat, chicken and that now, vegetables, fruits. You know, I didn't eat any of that a year ago. I was just eating, you know, convenience food out of the shop. So you know, I'm starting to look after myself, eating cereals and oatmeal bread, all sorts of things. So you know, a lot healthy, eating less cheese because my cholesterol's a bit high as well. So not eating kebabs anymore. So it's you know, it's about looking after yourself and respecting yourself. I'm going out for those walks, which I do a brisk walk, you know, which is healthy for me, and you know, my legs used to ache like anything when I first started doing it, and now they're quite good. So it's good, you know, to keep yourself healthy and to look after yourself and respect yourself. And sometimes we do lose respect in ourselves when we really suffer, you know, and we give up, the self-neglect then happens, and coming out the other side of that tunnel of darkness into the light is a great thing, and you can make great transitions and be happy again. And we can all do it, but it takes a lot of effort and a lot of positive thinking and a lot of optimism. And the opportunities will be there for you that it may take a long time before those opportunities can really be always there for you, but you've got to have belief and faith that there will be. And you know, if you're happy to pray, then do, because that helps, because you pray to Father God for opportunity and it will come. And it may not be so obvious, but it will be there for you, because He loves each and every one of us, and that what is fair to give to one, He will give to all, and what is unfair, He won't give to any. So if you say, can I win the lotto, you won't get it. But if you say, could you help me, you know, find a, you know, I'm not very well and can't work, could you help me find a little job somewhere, you know, just for a couple of hours a week, and just something to come along. You know, so you bump into somebody and say, oh, there's a job up there, so and so, or you know, a newspaper opens, or you see a little advert in a window shop, and it's just for you, you know, so it's just right for you. So you were helped to be in the right place at the right time. I always want to talk about the power of healing, that people truly underestimate the power of spiritual healing that we can do. And yes, there are some healers that are more devoted and better at it than others, because they put the effort in and they have the love and compassion to want to help another, and they heal through love and compassion, and often they have suffered themselves, so they understand what suffering is, so they're even more compassionate, and they're great channels. And all the healers at my local church, they're all good, but one or two of them are quite exceptional. And you know, I had really bad smoker's cough last November, and I went to the healer and he healed me like he normally did, and I asked him to heal my chest, but he's one of these healers that doesn't really take notice of what you say, but he went all around my body like he did, and then he'd sort of finished, and he come back and he healed my chest again. And I was praying him, please take this away from me, because I was really badly coughing, and he came to my chest and it was really tight, and he just spent an extra couple of minutes there and it just left. It really honestly did. And when I was with Peter in 1995, he healed my chest as well, and I felt two big lumps of something come out of the bottom of my lungs, and he took it out of me, and I felt great power with him, more than I have done any other healer ever. And for 3 days after that, he still healing in there. When he finished, he spent about 30 seconds sealing healing into my lungs, which is a good thing for healers to do. And I could feel it for 3 days, healing my lungs. Well, I mean, I wanted to do healing after this, and a few months later I saw my son. He'd had a verruca on one of his feet for 2 years, and I gave him about 5 to 10 minutes healing for that verruca one night, and it popped out the next day. The core of it popped out and it got better. So whether you believe that's healing, I truly do. You know, so it can do quite miraculous things, but you should not expect miracles. But you know, it's a complementary form of medicine that could help many people and do them a lot of good. So, you know, your pets or your friends or their loved ones, or even those that are passed over or passing over, it can help them so much and alleviate pain, toothache, anything you like to think of, it can help. Mental stresses and strains, it can help. So, you know, think about becoming a healer, and think about, you know, tuning in, linking in to the healing energies, and just channeling them through yourself to those in need. And the more you do it, the better you get. So practice makes perfect. So thank you for listening, and bye bye.